You want to raise a risk taker, a person who is willing to try something even if they know there's a possibility of failing. You want your child to have big dreams and not be afraid to fall short. The most successful people in this world are risk takers. In order to nurture a child into becoming a risk taker, you need to instill qualities such as bravery, resilience, and confidence. Parents can cultivate an environment of taking well-thought-out risks by following a few guidelines. Here are ways to raise a risk taker. First and foremost, in order to establish a quality environment for risk-taking behavior, you need to step back and let your children explore and make decisions on their own. If you're hovering over your child and acting like a helicopter, then you're not going to be encouraging your child to do their own thing. Being a non-helicopter parent requires you to not hover and to allow them to jump, climb, swing, and play without you questioning their every move. It may be hard, but let them figure things out on their own. It's crucial that your child has a strong sense of self and confidence. A confident child will be courageous in their decisions and will believe that they can achieve anything if they set their mind to it. A child with low self-esteem and lack of confidence is less likely to try new things because they have likely convinced themselves they don't have a chance to be successful and they're terrified to fail. Encouraging confidence in children can be quite tricky, especially as they get older and the world seems to try to take away their confidence. It is paramount that you start young by telling your children all of the wonderful things about them. Be proud of all their accomplishments and praise them when they do things well. Don't hold back your compliments. If your child feels like what they do is never good enough, then they have a much harder time building up their confidence. One way to encourage risk-taking behavior, which might sound strange, is to praise failure. If your child tried their best and they still didn't achieve what they wanted to, then still acknowledge the fact that they tried and they did a great job. List all of the reasons that you're proud of them for stepping out of their comfort zone to try something even though they had a chance of losing. Let them know that everybody loses. That's part of life, and that you want them to try again. It might even be beneficial to share stories of your own failures so they understand how completely natural it is to fail in this world. Even the richest, smartest, happiest, and most talented people in this world have failed countless times. Do everything you can to encourage your child to be curious about this world. Let them ask questions, help them find the answers, teach them that exploring is amazing, and that this world has so many things to offer. The more curious children are the ones who are going to take more risks. They're going to want to see what else is out there. If a child isn't encouraged to ask questions, they aren't interested in finding answers, and in turn have no desire to take any risks. This world is full of amazing opportunities, and you want your children to be ecstatic to seek out their possibilities. One thing that may be difficult for you is to set a good example of risk-taking behavior. Show them how you take risks in your life. Tell them about what you had to do to get to the point where you are now. Don't be afraid to fail in front of your children. In fact, be prepared to fail and show them how you can handle it with grace. It's okay to explain that you feel disappointed, but you're happy that you tried. Then when you finally become successful, you can explain to your kid that you're so happy you didn't give up. Make sure that they don't see you give up on something that's important to you, because then they will do the same. Your child is not going to like the same things as you. They're their own person, with their own personality. You might have always envisioned your children being sports enthusiasts, and that might not be what they're interested in. They might be into dance, robotics, music, or art. It's important that you support your children in their interests. Meet them where they are. Don't try to get them to take risks in something that they have no desire to do. Let them choose where they take their risks. Support them in their unique interests. In addition to supporting their interests, it's also important to foster a safe environment where they can share their individualized thoughts and feelings and know that you'll support them in how they're thinking. They just want to feel loved for being uniquely themselves. Teach your child about calculated and smart risk-taking. We aren't talking about jumping off the top of a play structure because they're feeling confident in their abilities. We're talking about going across the monkey bars even though it feels like it's really far up. playing a sport even if it makes them a little bit nervous, or talking to a new classmate in school while understanding that the person might not be very nice. These small risk-taking endeavors will lead to much larger and more important risks as they grow up. You want them to apply for their dream job even if they have a chance of being rejected. You want them to try out for the school soccer team even if they might not make it. There are so many risks in this world that are important to take in order to achieve big dreams. Raising a risk-taker involves creating an environment that nurtures qualities such as courage and self-confidence. By fostering a home full of curiosity and praising failure, your child will learn that even if they don't succeed, they should be proud of themselves for trying and not giving up. It's crucial that you let your children learn and explore on their own in order to develop a sense of self so they can be prepared to take calculated risks as they become older. Ultimately, the goal is to raise well-rounded risk-takers who can navigate challenges and uncertainties with confidence and adaptability.